Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Let's take a walk and go see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by today. Today's beer should be an excellent beer. This is another one that was sent to me by Rico. He sent me a bunch of carton beers a couple of weeks ago, and then the other day he sent me another big box that has some carton beers in it. I cannot get their beers here, and everything that he sent me so far in the first beer mail package was freaking awesome. They were all A beers, guys. These guys definitely know what they're doing. Hopefully one day we'll be able to get them down here in Virginia. These guys are out of Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey, so they're really not that far away. But I think they're a fairly small brewery, but they do have a dating machine. This is Cosmonaut, and it is a Russian Imperial Stout with freeze-dried ice cream and spices added. Sounds very interesting, does it not? 10% alcohol by volume, 65 IBUs, and here it says canned on 3/10/2016. I'm reviewing this on the 17th. This beer is 7 days old. I can't even get my go-to beers that fresh here. So maybe he picked it up at the brewery. I'm not exactly sure. Rico, you might want to post, whether you bought it at a beer store or you went to the brewery and picked it up. That is super fresh. I mean that's super fresh for an IPA or a double IPA. Much less a Russian Imperial Stout at 10%. This beer is going to keep for years and years and years, guys. And this beer is 7 days old. And he picked it up, and then he packaged it up, and then it was shipped, which probably took several days. And then I got it the other day, yesterday, and I'm reviewing it today. So it's 7 days old. So it must have been a day or maybe two when he picked it up. I mean, it doesn't get any fresher than that unless you're at the brewery. I mean, it can't go through the distribution cycles that fast, from the brewery to the distributor and then to the store that quick, and then to have it shipped, packaged and shipped and transferred from there to here, and then a day, well, on my part, from the time I got it and then going into the fridge and then reviewing it today. I mean, it's just bam, 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 bam. 7 days old, and it's went through all of that. So more than likely he's picked this up at the brewery. I'd be damn surprised if he bought this at a beer store to be this fresh and be in my hands by now. So, Rico, you the man. You are the man. I'm really looking forward to this beer because the last ones he sent me were awesome, guys, and I'm really expecting the same thing. And these guys, like I said, are probably a pretty small brewery, but they are dating their stuff. I think he told me that their dating machine, they fired it up in January. So they're dating everything that's been produced since January. So thumbs up to those guys. All the information on your can, IBUs, ABV, and the canned on date is on the package. It doesn't get any better than that. That's why everybody should do it. And if you're not doing that, you suck. So, no codes, no Julian codes, no enjoy by or best before dates. That's horse hockey. I'll tell you that all the time. That's for their benefit, the brewers, not us, the consumers. So we want the canned on, bottled on date. Now anything else, like I said, is horse hockey. So let's get on with this one. I'm anxious to get this into the glass and get it to my lips. Freeze-dried ice cream. I don't think I've ever had a beer made with freeze-dried ice cream. Anxious to see what that's going to taste like. Alright guys, commercial description on this one. Super Galena hops early in the boil bring a strawberry touch. Russian Imperial Stouts have a dark chocolate presence with vanilla nuance. Quite pleasing when accented by a bold hop addition. Our walk around this space had us skirting the territory of those three-tone blocks of supermarket ice cream. All we needed was an ingredient you can ferment that would push those notions without running over the beerness of the flavors. We turn to that classic museum snack, freeze-dried Neapolitan ice cream. Drink Cosmonaut because exploration is what it's all about. Damn right. I agree. That's why I'm coming up on 2,000 beer reviews. I have people tell me all the time when they say, have you done that many beers? Have you done that many different beers? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Most of them have been different. I have reviewed a couple of them, but not more than a handful or so. So, yeah, and I've barely scratched the surface. There are so many more, and every day there's a new one, and new ones, and new ones, and new ones. So, I mean, it'd be really impossible to try everything. I mean, but I'm trying. I'm pedaling as fast as I can, Captain. Alright, let's see what this one brings to the table. Food pairings for this style of beer. Of course, this is Russian Imperial Stout because it goes well with your chocolate dishes, of course. Glass right, a pint, back a 9-tumbler snifter. I got my favorite snifter glass here. And can be salad for a long, long, long time, guys. This beer, 5, 10, possibly even 20 years, 10% if you sell it correctly. So, that's all I need to talk about. It's time. I'm anxious. Let's get it in the glass. 10%. Let's see what kind of head we can generate on this puppy. Oh yeah, look at that. Here's what she said. Look at that. Look at the head on that thing. Alright. Cosmonaut. And it's got a little astronaut cosmonaut type deal graphic on the side of the can. All their cans are orange that I've seen so far with kind of different graphics around them, but all of them have that base orange color. So that must be their colors, guys. About a finger and a half of head on that pour. Over into the light. The sun's in my eyes, so it's almost time for it to set. I'm not getting any light through the beer. It is pitch black, guys. Let's get a nose on it. Now on the nose, I'm getting a lot of rich roasted malt. Maybe some hints of vanilla in there and a little bit of toffee caramel. Caramel, however you want to pronounce that word. And just a slight hint of some coffee too. Not getting a lot of ice cream on the nose, just maybe a little bit of vanilla. Well, it's time. Let's get it on. Cheers everybody. Cheers Rico. Thank you, sir. By golly, it's in the taste. I'm getting some nice sweet vanilla, chocolate, and ever so slight bit of strawberries in there. That's amazing. That's freaking amazing that they can do that. Wow. Big coffee notes though. I am getting some coffee. Bittersweet chocolate, vanilla. Wow, that blows me away that these brewers figure out how they can do stuff like this and put freeze-dried ice cream in it and get those flavors to even stick around. I mean, that would be a fermentable sugar to me. It seemed like the yeast would just eat that up and end up on the dry side on the end. So I don't know if they use any lactose in this. It does have a nice sweetness to it, but there is some bitterness in there. And Super Galena hops. I've had beers with that hop in there before, but I don't grow them here. I've never brewed with that style of hops, I don't think. That's damn tasty. That's pretty freaking tasty. Well, let me take it back and let her have a sip or two or three, and might fire up a stogie to go with this. I gotta go out there and fire up the grill, It's out in the 60s today, so we haven't grilled out this year. So I'm gonna go out there and see if we can grill a couple burgers or see how that goes. So I'm gonna sip on this for probably 45 minutes or longer, and we'll be back in just a second and let you know how it went. Alright guys, I'm back. I've been sipping on this probably about 45 minutes. Got the grill fired up, the burgers are on, cooking. First burgers of the season. Usually like to wait till after the daylight clock change thing goes on, because we don't usually like to eat dinner 5 o'clock in the evening. It's usually time I have a couple of beers and do a couple of reviews or whatever. It's usually between 7 and 8 o'clock before we're ready to eat dinner, so works out good for me. So this beer is freaking awesome, guys. Don't know how they do it with freeze-dried ice cream. Vanilla's there, bittersweet chocolate, roasted malt, slight hints of some dark fruit, caramel, toffee. It's got it going on, it really does. She loved it. I knew she would. Wow, that's really impressive. Alcohol is so well hidden for a 10%er. You get in trouble when you drink a couple of these. Drink them at home, like I do. Cheers. Final chug. Went very well with the cigar I was smoking out on the deck. Padilla Signature 1932 series. Cuban style. Very nice. Rich roasty cigar for a rich roasty beer. Very tasty. Guys, this is another A beer from these guys. 9 out of 10. If you say it's a 10, wouldn't argue with it, guys. As far as I'm concerned, this is probably a 97, maybe even a 98. Very well done. The only way this could be better is put it in some bourbon barrels. Yeah, that might be a hot tip. But these guys up at Carton Brewing definitely know how to make a great beer. Everything I'm having has been A beers, and this is no exception. IBUs, ABV, canned on date, all on the package. It doesn't get any better than that. I mean, all the information as consumers that we need. So they're doing it right. Wish everybody was doing it like this. So, and making such awesome beers on top of that. Rico, Carton Brewing, you're damn lucky to be able to get all the beers up there where you're at, buddy. Very tasty. I'll be buying these beers all the damn time if I can get my hands on them. So, like I said, guys, 97 or even 98. Yeah, let's go with the 98. It is that impressive, to me anyway. And Rate Beer and Beer Advocates, it's such a small brewery, they don't have any ratings, so I'm on my own on this one, so that's what I say. It's a 98 from me, guys. Damn tasty. It's so close to kicking the door. Like I said, if it was bourbon barrel aged, it'd be a 10. It'd be awesome. But for what it is, I mean, like I said, if you say it's a 10 beer, I wouldn't argue with that at all. Not at all. It's got all the information we need, guys. So it's pretty impressive. So 98 for me. Nothing from these two guys, because there's not enough reviews for them to rate it. But I'm impressed with what the guys in Carton Brewing are doing. Very tasty. All right, guys. I gotta get there and check the burgers. I'll go back tomorrow. Let's see what we can dig out of the fridge. Got a couple more Carton beers in there. Maybe do another Carton beer. Never know. Can't be disappointed with what them guys are doing. I'll see you tomorrow.